there are measures being suggested in the upcoming budget which are going to literally reshape the way that we value property. The demographics of property is going to put pressures on people that have never been pressured before. In the upcoming autumn statement, there is discussion that stamp duty will be reformed. Now, given Angela Rayner had a whole thing, wouldn't it be perfect if the government turned around and said, you know what, it wasn't her fault. It was an archaic system anyway. It prevented, her economic movement from the North England to the South England. She got to the pinnacle of her career. I know, why don't we reform stamp duty? And why don't we replace it with mansion tax, right? And everyone goes, oh, mansion tax. I like that. That sounds great, doesn't it? Because I don't live in a mansion. Yes. But when the government last started talking about this, they were talking about houses as cheap as £500,000, right? Cheap as £500,000. So we don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. It all depends on the level of mansion tax. I can't imagine that they're going to remove stamp duty and then bring in mansion tax will bring in less revenue. So we're only going to be taxed more probably. Hopefully, obviously, it will put more of the burden on wealth rather than income. But I think the biggest and hardest people are going to be hit out of this, obviously, all the old grandmas out there who've been living in that family home, that 5-bedroom home, they're probably going to be asset rich and cash poor and forced to sell. Now, obviously, we don't really build 4 5-bedroom houses anymore, 6-bedroom houses anymore. So again, from a societal point of view, we kind of want people who are living by themselves to leave those homes so that younger families can occupy that space. Stamp duty itself does block economic movement and is just generally considered as quite an archaic tax. So these might not be bad things. Also, prime central London might benefit from this. Prime central London might be eased up. If you've got to buy a £5 million house and pay £500,000 in stamp duty in one go, I don't really know where I'm going to be in 5 years' time, so maybe it's better to rent. So maybe if there was a mansion tax, people would be more inclined to buy and invest into prime central London again, might ease up the market, right? So we don't know. So many things could change. But what I would start to consider in your mind is if a mansion tax started coming in, and you started have to paying an annual fee on your house, how that might change your perspective and how you might want to begin to prepare for that. I'm not promising it, it's just rumors at the moment, but a mansion tax and a reformation of stamp duty could be on the cards. It would change the real estate game totally.